It's been a weapon, a promise, and a burden. But money is more than just paper or gold. It is the story of us. Long before the first coin was ever struck, survival was a matter of direct physical exchange. Imagine a world where your only currency was the strength of your back or the bounty of your harvest. This was the barter system. On the surface, it seems simple. You have grain, I have wool. We swap. But in reality, it was a logistical nightmare known as the double coincidence of wants. To get a simple loaf of bread, you didn't just need a trade, you needed to find a baker who specifically wanted exactly what you were carrying at that exact moment. If you are a builder, how would you trade half a house for a single meal? As human settlements grew from small tribes into complex villages, this friction became a wall. We needed a way to store our labor and transport our value through time and space. Humanity eventually found a brilliant shortcut. We began to assign value to durable, portable objects that everyone agreed were worth having. This was the birth of commodity money. Across the globe, different cultures chose different tools. In the shimmering waters of the Maldives, it was cowrie shells. In the heart of the Roman Empire, it was salt, the salarium that gave us the word salary. These objects were more than just items. They were the world's first universal translators for value. You could carry a pouch of shells and know that they wouldn't rot, they wouldn't die, and they would be accepted by a stranger miles away. We were no longer just trading goods. We were beginning to trade an abstract idea. Money had finally taken its first physical form, and with it, the world began to shrink. Around 600 BCE, in the kingdom of Lydia, the nature of human trust changed forever. Before this moment, trading in gold or silver was a tedious chore. You had to weigh the metal, test its purity, and hope you weren't being cheated. But then, King Alyattes did something revolutionary. By striking a lion's head into a standardized weight of precious metal, he created the first official coin. The stamp of the state was the ultimate guarantee. It meant you didn't have to trust the merchant, you only had to trust the king. This simple innovation allowed commerce to move at the speed of thought. Markets flourished, taxes were collected, and empires were built, all on the back of a small piece of metal that carried the weight of a nation's word. Money was no longer just a commodity, it was power, minted in gold. As trade crossed oceans and continents, physical gold became a dangerous burden to carry. The solution emerged from the counting houses of China and the goldsmiths of Europe, the promissory note. This was the era of representative money. Instead of hauling heavy chests of coins, you carried a piece of paper that represented physical wealth sitting safely in a distant vault. For centuries, this was the gold standard. Your money wasn't just paper, it was a warehouse receipt. It was a solemn promise that, at any moment, you could walk into a bank and trade that slip of paper for a cold, hard piece of the Earth's most precious metal. This allowed for the rise of modern banking and global credit. We had learned to trust the paper because we knew the gold was always there, waiting behind the steel doors of the vault. Today, the gold is gone from the equation, and the vaults stand empty of their promises. We live in the era of fiat, a Latin word meaning "let it be done." Our money has value today not because of what it is made of, but simply because we believe in the systems that issue it. But the final transition is already underway. Our wealth has shed its physical skin entirely, disappearing into the glowing screens of our phones and the fiber optic cables under our streets. Money is now a digital ghost, a series of bits and bytes on a global ledger. From the first cowrie shell to the complex algorithms of the blockchain, the lesson of history is clear. Money has never been about the object itself. It has always been a language, a shared story we tell each other about value, trust, and what it means to build a future together. The story of money is still being written, and you are a part of it.
Don't forget to like this video if you found it insightful, and subscribe to join our journey through history. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new chapter. Until next time, keep wondering.